Good evening and welcome to Always Kiss Me Goodnight. I am Jacqueline Andrade, your marriage, sex, and relationship guru. And yes, I have the privilege, honor, and awesome opportunity to be able to teach women how to have amazing sex every time. Hope you guys had a beautiful Wednesday. It was gorgeous out here on the East Coast. Hey, Neosha. Girl, I feel like I talk to you all day long. We working on this reunion, y'all. We need a whole lot of people to respond to this. We're working diligently, right, Neosha? Hey, Jackie. So we are going to talk tonight, and I'm going to really try hard to get both parts of the question answered from this particular viewer. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. If not, if we can't, how's the sound? Am I good? Neosha, if you can hear me, send me something, heart something, thumbs up. Let me know if it is coming through clear or not. Because the mister is in the basement on the what? Video game. All right, awesome. Thank you very much. So, yeah. We are going to talk, hey Jack, we are going to talk about, it's a two-part question. And this particular viewer wanted to know two things. So I'm going to do my best to answer both of them the best way I can in an efficient amount of time, if that sounds right. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about before we get started. While Facebook is doing its thing, if you guys could kindly please like the video and share it, because what? Sharing is caring. And I am Jacqueline Andrade, your marriage, sex, and relationship guru. For those of you who do not know, I am the founder and CEO of Happy Sex Now, and Happy Sex Now is basically a business that teaches women how to have amazing sex. Not only do we teach women how to have amazing sex, but we teach women how to build your relationships, how to build self-esteem, how to value the relationships that you are in, and how to make any relationship work. And we teach you how to live your own happily ever after. So I do speaking engagements. I am the author of three books, actually. One book, two, and co-author for two books. So Help Someone Stole My Sex Drive and I Want It Back is the book that I wrote, and workbook and journal. And then I am co-author on the Lemonade Chronicles, and also She Wouldn't Let Me Fall. And the newest project that we are working on is Seasons of Love. So that's due to release in June of 2018. So keeping busy. I'm also working on a curriculum for the book as we speak. So that is going to be fun. What else? Oh Yes Nation, which is launching in June of 2018. I'm super excited about that membership opportunity. So Oh Yes Nation is for engaged women. So it's a fiance training guide for what you need to do before you say I do. Because if somebody would have told me what was going to happen before I walked down the aisle, I probably would have taken it a little bit more seriously. You think you take it serious until you actually get into the marriage and the relationship and stuff gets really hard. So this membership program is called Oh Yes Nation, and I love the curriculum for this, and I love what's going on with it. I'm super excited to launch that in June of 2018, so stay tuned. And if you know any married couples, send them to the website, happysexnow.com. Hey, Miss Jackie Taylor, hope you are feeling better. Oh, you can get the book on Amazon, and you can also inbox me, and I can mail you a copy. It's what is it? It's $20 on Amazon. It is a workbook and a journal, actually. So it is a steal for that price. Thank you for asking. So yes, Amazon.com under the title, Help Someone Stole My Sex Drive and I Want It Back. Or you can look up my name, Jacqueline Andrade, Andrade, on Amazon, and you will find it there. Hey, Valicia. And who is that? Lisa. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining, you guys. All right, so you guys know my ministry, my love, my calling is from my married women because I am a married woman, and it's just for women in general. Here's the thing. We are a unique breed. We are a unique species. How about that? And we have to stick together. So I feel like we oftentimes hide ourselves. Hey, Aunt Renee. I feel like oftentimes we hide ourselves behind so many things because we don't want to deal with the actual issues in our lives. And as women, I think we have done a phenomenal job of pretending. So it is my job tonight to help you to realize the burning question. And I'm going to talk to the married women first. And then if I have time, I'm going to get to the single women about how do you know if the person you are dating is the one. All right. So for my married women, let's talk to you guys first. And if you have not already, guys, please like and share the video because sharing is caring. And we want to reach as many women as we can because guess what, guys? We have to stick together. We don't want anybody to feel left out, lonely. The enemy does enough of that, beating us up and isolating us and making us feel like we are the only ones going through and struggling. Newsflash, I'm here to tell you, you're not. You are not the only one struggling in your relationship. You are not the only one struggling in your marriage. You are not the only one questioning if you married the right person. We all go through that. And if you have not, you ain't been married long enough. Give it time, okay? And I'm just really being 100% honest because you begin to sometimes lose your mind. You begin to question, like, what have I done and why am I in this thing? And if this is resonating with anybody, please say me. Send me your heart. Send me some love. Let me know. Because, and you know what? Even if you don't want to be honest, I already know better. Because I've been in it 20 years. And I know it is difficult. And it is hard to mesh two fleshes together to make them one flesh and make it a beautiful symphony orchestrated like only God can do. And that takes time because you have to begin to, all right, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I'm, you know, y'all know this is my topic, right? Y'all know I love to talk about and help the married women. So here's the thing, ladies. How do you know if you have married the right man? 3 things. Number 1, if you're ready, say, I'm ready. How do you know if you married the right man? If you're ready, say I'm ready. Me, let me know you're ready. Because I don't want to start, and y'all might want to get a piece of paper because it's going to be real deep. Okay, thank you guys so much for sharing the video. I so appreciate that. I hope you guys are doing phenomenal. All right, thank you so much, Aunt Renee. I appreciate that. So here we go. Number 1, you know you married the right man if you said yes. If you said I do. It's as simple as that. You said yes, so therefore, he must be the right man. And I know y'all think that this is going to be some incredible information, but it's information that you already know, but you just have to be reminded. So if you said yes to the man that you want to marry him and you accepted the ring, he must be the right one. Because after you say yes, there's nothing else left to do, right? You've already committed. You've already said yes. Number 2, you know you married the right man if you did it in front of witnesses. If somebody witnessed you say yes to that man, I do, guess what? You done married yourself the right man. I can't give y'all, you know, it just is what it is. You said yes. You did it in front of witnesses. I'm just saying, y'all, that he the right man. And lastly, I laugh at this for myself, y'all. Did you get married in front of the Lord? Now, y'all know God is everywhere, right? And hey, Jackie. Hey, Tawana. God is everywhere. So if he witnessed you amongst the people that you invited to watch you say I do, and even the person who signed your marriage certificate and said, yes, I witnessed this. Yes, I agreed to this holy matrimony. And you said yes to that man, then ladies, guess what? He is the right man for you. Now, you should have thought about all of this stuff before you said I do. You should have thought about all the slam foolishness that was going to happen. I'm laughing, y'all, because it's hard. Like 100%, it is absolutely ridiculously hard. And nobody tells you when you are preparing for this wedding, for this great person that you cannot live without and you just want to spend the rest of your life with from now till Jesus come back or till that person get in the ground. You said yes to him. So if you said yes, ladies, guess what? He's the right one. God is going to honor what you two put together. Because here's the reality. There is no perfect person for us. There's absolutely, that doesn't exist. I just don't believe it exists. I believe that there are perfect qualities in people that can help make your relationship better. But I think that's discovered over time. And if you stay married long enough and if you live long enough, you're going to recognize that those things that you loved about that person begin to slowly get on your damn nerves. And I'm just keeping it real 100. And I know it might not be the most popular thing you want to hear right now. It may not even be what you thought you was going to hear. But ladies, I'm here to keep it 100% honest with you. It is difficult to be in a married relationship. It's not impossible, though. It is not impossible. Yes, it is difficult. Yes, they do things that get on your nerves. Yes, you do things that get on their nerves. But if you said yes to that man, if you did it in front of witnesses, and if God was in the midst of it, and we know God is everywhere, then you married the right man. There ain't no out. Now, here's a caveat to that. Y'all know I always say this. The only out you have in the eyes of God is divorce. In divorce is if he cheated on you. If he's a non-believer and he wants to leave, then he's free to go and you don't have to stay married to him. But here's the caveat to that. You're really not permitted to get married again. And thirdly, so if he's abusive, physically, verbally abusive to you, you don't have to stay in that relationship. If he has cheated on you, you are free to walk away from that relationship. And if he is a non-believer and he does not want to be married, you're free to walk away. Now, if he's a non-believer and he want to stay, that don't give you an out. Sorry, ladies. So you have married, hey, Erica, you have married the right man if you said yes. He is the right man for you. Because here's the thing, ladies, God has a way. If he ain't the right one for you, he could have stopped that relationship. He could have stopped that marriage. He could have. But he gave you your own free will, and he gave you the parameters, and you knew what you were getting into before you married him. So don't tell me you didn't know, because God's throwing up all these red flags in front of you, and you still going to go on and do it anyway. And then talk about how miserable you are, how sad you are, how he don't make you happy no more. You ain't know it was going to be like this. You thought this. I thought I could change him. And let me tell you something. Women get married hoping their husbands will change, and men get married hoping that their women will not change. I could drop the mic on that. Can I get an amen? And I'm just being real 100, and I'll say it again. Women get married hoping that their husbands will change, and men get married hoping that their wives will not change. Now, y'all tell me, how this gonna work? Our expectations are all over the place. we done created a bunch of foolishness and set these high expectations on something nobody can even meet. Just love your man right where he at. Love him where he at. Don't try to change him. You understood what you got into, but here's what you can do. You can ask God to allow you to fall in love with your husband every day. And I promise you, that is my prayer every day. Every morning I wake up, I say, God, please show me how to love my husband well today, because I miss it. And just like I miss it, guess what, y'all? He miss it too. I ain't always wonderful to my husband as much as I try to be. Sometimes I'm really mean. Sometimes I'm really short. Sometimes I'm really just not nice. And that's not his fault. So I often have to say, every morning I say, God, please help me to fall in love with my husband again. And help me to love him the way you love him, not the way I love him, because my love has limits. My love has some boundaries, y'all. Let's keep it real. We do. We love with boundaries, and God does not want us to love like that. God wants us to love unconditionally, and I don't want to say flawlessly. He really does. He just wants you to love the person, your spouse, your husband. And remember, ladies, I'm talking to you because I don't know what it feels like to be on the man's part. I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of a man who is not responding to me the way that I want him to, because I have destroyed him with my words. I have destroyed him with my attitude. I have ripped him a new one because of something he did or did not do, and he may or may not have known that it was what I needed. So if you're questioning whether you married the right man, ladies, if you said yes to him in front of witnesses, in front of your family and friends, and in front of God, dang doggone it, you married the right man. Because once you say yes, you're in a covenant relationship. You can't break a covenant except for the parameters that God already set for that. And y'all know what those are, right? If he's beating on you, if he's cheating on you, or if he's an unbeliever and he don't want nothing else to do with you, you're free to let him go. You're free to move on. So I hope this is helpful. If this helping anybody, send me some hearts, send me some love. Also, if you're just hopping on, please like the video and share it, because sharing is caring. And when we share the video, we're able to help other women be able to grow, learn, and soar. So hopefully this is helping somebody. So I told you thank you guys. Thank you so much. I told you this is a two-part question because this viewer, sorry guys, my throat is dry. So this is a two-part question. So the first question was to my married women. And the first question was to the married women, if you married the right person. Women ask me all of that, I don't think I married the right man. I think I picked the wrong one. Well, nonetheless, you picked him and you said yes. So guess what? By default, he the right one. But God can take something very wrong and make it very right. But you have to be willing to die to yourself daily. You have to be willing to love unconditionally. You have to be willing to shut your mouth. I'm going to say it again. You have to be willing, ladies, to just shut your mouth. Stop arguing about stuff that don't matter. It don't matter. Like, it really, ask yourself when the arguments start, do it really matter? Does it really matter which way the toilet paper is on there? Does it really matter that he ain't tell you there was no more milk left? Does it really matter that he left a swallow of orange juice? No, it really don't. It really, really don't. You know what matters? How you love each other. You know what matters? How quickly can you forgive him? You know what matters? How quickly can you say, I'm sorry? That's what matters. That's what matters. Life matters. People's hearts matter. Bills are always going to be there. You know what? Unless you are, I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, the Facebook guy. unless you got his money, bills are always going to be there. Bills are just going to always be there. And you may not always have enough every month to pay those. Guess what? It's all right. Y'all will work it out. And who cares who brings in the most money? And who cares who spends the most? Get yourself on a budget and work that thing out. Stop arguing over money. Money, you should never argue in a marriage over money. For real. It's just a mute, dead point. Either you have it or you don't. There's no reason to get upset and have high blood pressure because you can't afford to pay your bills. Eliminate some things. Don't blame him because he ain't making enough. Don't talk about how much more money you make. Don't ask him how come he ain't bringing this to the table. Stop it. That's your man. You chose him. You said I do in front of God, your witnesses, and other folk. You said yes. So you married the right one, ladies. Hang on in there. And if you need help, go to my website. You can get your free 20-minute discovery call, and we can discover what you can do to make your marriage better. Some of y'all need to make that call. Some of y'all have not invested in your marriage since you got married. Some of y'all spend all this money on clothes and shoes and buying stuff for the house, but you ain't putting nothing in it to make it a home. Y'all better get this thing right. For real. Like, you don't know how much more time you got with your man. Whether God called that man home or whether y'all end in divorce, let me tell you something. Make it the best relationship you ever had. Invest in it. Invest in it. Like, why are you investing in everything else that don't matter but complaining about the thing that you done said you're going to stay with for the rest of your life? I'm so perplexed. And it kind of just gets on my nerves because y'all are doggone wifey wimps. Stop. Y'all punks. Stop. Grow up. Like, I don't know other way to say it. Enough. Grow up. Get some help and figure this thing out. All right? We have to do better, ladies. We absolutely have to do better. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean, but I really do need to be mean because I gotta love you enough to tell you the truth. And we wrong. And guess what? I don't care what he doing. I really don't. Unless he beating on you, now I got a problem with that. Call me if you're doing that. Okay? You don't stay in no abusive relationship like that because God did not die on the cross for you to be beat up by nobody or to be talked to like you a 2-year-old. Okay? But I will teach you how you can respond to him so he can learn how to speak to you properly. And it ain't what you think, ladies. I'm telling you it ain't what you think. So bit.ly/bedroom date, all one word. Go get your copy. And go happysexnow.com and get your free discovery call. Call me. We can talk. All right, let me talk to the single women now. Single ladies, if you're out there, let me hear you say me. Say me. Or you could just send me some love, some heart, something. If you have not already, please like and share this video because sharing is caring. And if you are just hopping on, I am Jacqueline Andrade, your marriage, sex, and relationship guru. And guess what, y'all? I have the privilege, the honor, and the awesome opportunity to be able to teach women how to have amazing sex every time. And guess what? I'm really, really good at what I do. I'm just saying. So I do one-on-one consulting, and I also do a group counseling. So if you know someone or if you find yourself in a situation where you need some help, don't sleep on this thing. Get the help you need and move on. Get past this thing. Isn't it time to live your happily ever after? Like, for real. It is really time to live your own happily ever after, whatever that looks like for you. Okay? But I'll help you discover that. All right. Single ladies. How do you know if the man you are dating is the one? How do you know? So someone asked me that, how did I know my husband was the man for me, that he was the one? And when we say the one, we mean the one that we're going to get married to, the forever one, the one we're going to spend the rest of our lives with, the one we're going to commit to. So when we say the one, that's what we mean. And I'm just going to be really honest with y'all. For me, I fasted and prayed for 3 days before I had accepted the engagement ring, and because it was nice. But I had not prayed yet about it. So we had been dating for a year, and then we got engaged. And there were some things within that year that I didn't like about him. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend the rest of my life kind of dealing with that. And so there were some red flags for me personally. One being my husband does not go to church every Sunday. And that was a red flag for me. My husband is a Christian, but he's a special kind of Christian. He loves the Lord 100%, but he was not where I was spiritually. So you know that scripture that talks about being unequally yoked with unbelievers or whatever. So again, what did I tell y'all? Women get married hoping they can change their man, and men get married hoping that we don't change. So you can only imagine what the first 7 years of our marriage, the first year and a half, 2 years was phenomenal. We had a great time. But year 3, it started getting rocky. So hey Melissa. So how I knew he was the one, I don't think I did know. So I fasted for 3 days, and on the third day, this is not anything my husband doesn't already know. So on the third day of the fast, and what I fasted from, I fasted sun up to sundown from food. After sun up to sundown, from food, and then after 6 o'clock I could eat like soup or broth or whatever. So I did that for 3 days. And on the third day, it happened to be, and I did this on purpose because I wanted the third day to be in church, and that's where the Lord spoke to me at. And I opened a passage of scripture, and I just felt like the Holy Spirit said to me, if you marry him, you will see many tears. And I just remember thinking, what the heck? If I marry him, I'll see many tears. What does that mean? Again, I heard in my spirit, if you marry him, you will see many tears. So I thought, all right, well, it ain't a no. So, and he's a good guy, and, he's a good provider. I'm going to take a chance. And so I took a chance, y'all. And guess what? I saw many tears. And I remember after, we had 2 kids at this point, and I remember thinking, what have I done? What have I done? And my commitment to Christ was so that I know I did not want to be divorced. I know that was not the right, and I really didn't have any grounds for divorce. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't, his mouth was a little crazy, but so was mine. So we were not nice to each other, okay? And so how do you know if the person that you are with is the one? Only you know what you can deal with. Only you know what you can handle. And I'll say this, and please listen very closely when I say this. Hey, Denise, thank you for joining. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you guys. Please like and share this video if you have not already. Hey, Jackie. If you are in a relationship and it is, I want to use the words wisely. If you're in a relationship, you're getting the best that you're going to get while you're dating him, okay? If there are things in the relationship that you see right now that are driving you slam crazy, and here's my caveat, you have to be with a man at least through all 4 seasons. You have to be with him in a relationship through winter, spring, summer, and fall. Do not marry anybody unless the Lord himself come down and tell you that he the one. In a vision, because here's my thought on that. In those 4 seasons, you're going to see some slam craziness if there's any craziness to be seen. He might have seasonal depression for all you know. He could come wintertime and he could be bipolar. He could, I don't know, he could hate the summer and you love the summer. if you don't go through all 4 seasons with this joker, you can't make an informed decision about whether he the one or not. All right? So pump your brakes, take it slow. If he's the one, time is not going to run out. All right? And if you see things that are red flags to you that you absolutely don't think you can deal with for eternity, he ain't going to change. So you might want to say, I don't think this the one. And here's the other thing, ladies. Don't think just because he's not the one that you're going to have to wait 20, 30 more years for the right one to come. Stop playing yourself like that. Stop. You're better than that. You're better than that. You don't have to settle. If he ain't the one, oh, I done spent a whole year. So what? Take it as a learning experience. Consider yourself. My son crazy, y'all. He's talking about, no, he ain't the one. But consider yourself blessed that you had that year of training. Consider it a training. Don't consider it as a lost year, all right? Consider it training. Consider it relationship school. I'm just saying. Because it's better to be married, it's better to be single, wishing you was married, than married, wishing you was single. Can I get an amen? I'm just saying, y'all, once you get married, it clink, clink, you're locked. You have made a commitment. You are in this thing until death do you part. You cannot take your vows lightly. They cannot be entered into lightly. They cannot be entered into as if you are entering into a gym membership. And y'all know what happened with them gym memberships, right? Everybody got a membership in doggone January. Come March, everybody's still paying, but ain't nobody going. Your relationship, your marriage cannot be like that covenant, that contract. This is a covenant relationship that you have stood before God and say, yes, God, I will honor this man. And again, ladies, I'm only talking to you because God ain't called me to talk to your husbands. Now, I do couples counseling. If y'all want to get together and talk, I can talk to both of y'all now. I done saved with the help of the Lord. But I say Jesus has saved many relationships, okay? I have not had one failed marriage yet. I'm just saying. So I'm very good at what I do, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I know what I'm good at. And relationships is my thing. Keeping marriages together, and I'm going to keep it real 100 with y'all. This thing is hard. But listen, you said it. You agreed to it. All right, let me get back to the single women. So ladies, you want to be in a relationship at least for a year. If you have not been in that relationship for a year yet, you can't even make an informed decision on whether he the one or not. Number two, you want to make sure that this joker understands what it means to work. If you are okay with bringing in all of the money and him doing all of the housework, great. But if you are not a woman who can handle that, it ain't cute. Don't settle for this. Oh, he looking for a job. No, this joker better have a job. I get so many women. Well, I don't want to say so many, but I get inboxes about my man won't work. Sister girl, you knew that before you married him. Before you hooked up in this relationship. Stop thinking that he is the last Mohican. Stop thinking that he is the last thing smoking. Trust me, don't believe all of these reports talking about it's for every one man, there's 5 women. That's a lie straight from the pit of hell. God got your man signed, sealed, and delivered, waiting for you to get it right and for you to get rid of the wrong one. Stop settling. Okay? I'm about tired of y'all now. Like, you don't have to settle. And then the other thing, oh, he's my baby daddy. What that mean, y'all? He ain't your husband. If he ain't getting it right, you don't follow one bad mistake by another bad mistake, okay? I'm not saying that your kids is a bad mistake. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you had your baby out of wedlock, y'all not married. Now you're trying to figure out what your role is. You're trying to play wifey, but you ain't married. And now you're frustrated and you mad because he won't commit. If he ain't the one, he ain't the one. Deuces, be gone. Y'all can co-parent and you can still be in the right relationship. Okay? I'm just saying. I love y'all so much. And I really just want to see y'all free and happy. And I want y'all to live your happily ever after. But listen, if you see some red flags, believe them. Y'all know what I say. It's better to be doggone single, wishing you was married, than married, wishing you was single. Ooh, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I promise you, if you allow God to bring you the right man, he will. See, I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. Had I walked away, here's what I feel. Whether I walked away from my husband, God would have been okay with that. Whether I stayed with him, God would have been okay with that. Because I chose to marry him, I now had to die to myself in order to honor God. And most of y'all don't want to do that. Most of y'all want to play house, but you don't understand what it takes to build a home. Anybody can put up a house, but it takes a woman to die to herself, to her needs, and to understand that it means more to me to love my husband well and to take care of him well than it does for me to take care of me. Because here's the thing, guys, God is going to take care of me. He ain't going to leave me hanging, because that's the kind of relationship I have with him. So if you find yourself in a position where you're trying to figure out, single ladies, if this man is the man for you, ask yourself the hard questions. Is he, not that he has to meet all of your needs, but does he meet some of them? And how much are you willing to accept, and how much are you willing to give of yourself? Remember, when you get married, he gets married hoping you don't change, and we get married hoping that he does. Well, I hope this was helpful to somebody. I really do. Please like and share this video. And for all of you married women out there who still have not got your ultimate bedroom date planning guide, go on to bit.ly/bedroom date and get your ultimate copy of the best bedroom date you could ever plan. You don't even have to leave your house to plan this bedroom date. And it's high time that you do what you need to do in order to make your relationship work. Like, stop pretending like it's not the most important decision you ever made. You made a decision to be with somebody for the rest of your life, and you're not putting no investment into it. I don't understand it. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Y'all are going on vacation and pretend everything is okay and come back mad because the vacation still ain't paid for. Just saying. All right, ladies. Yes, you can. Yes, you can absolutely efficiently co-parent, Miss Melissa. So true. And it's sometimes better for the kids when y'all do co-parent and not try to pretend like everything okay. They know y'all faking it. Kids ain't stupid now. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so very much for your time and your attention. I hope this was helpful. What else did I want to tell you? I wanted to tell you something else, but I'll be forgetting, y'all. This be Jesus talking, because I don't got nothing to say. I can't say no thing without him. What else? I forget. All right, until we meet again, hopefully Monday night. I may increase this to Friday nights too, because just gotta be obedient to whatever God is telling me to do, right? I love you guys. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for your attention. Please share this video and go on to happysexnow.com and sign up for your 20-minute discovery call so we can, and it's free. I just do it for free. I can help you guys figure out where your relationship's at. I have a 100% success rate for all the couples that I help, and I am honored to be able to help you. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And until we meet again, don't forget to always get a kiss goodnight. Guess what? Even if you got to kiss yourself. Thanks. I am Jacqueline Andrade, your marriage, sex, and relationship guru. Until we meet again, good night.